So while I was doing my daily water changes, I decided to boil up some of the fry just to have a look. So I've grabbed a few here and selected a few out that I think have better patterns than the other ones. Not just better patterns, some that I've just put on a lot more size as well. Give you a look at. Have to clean the pump on these every day as well, because the crop that these things produce is unbelievable. And it's not like normal fish waste. Anyone who's ever kept fry, it's like a glue. It's absolutely awful stuff. Requires a lot more cleaning. That's why they're a lot more work. I must admit though, the Adam Beyer food is not the waste isn't as bad with that as I've had with the Cuttlebrook stuff in the past. So I would recommend their food anyway, and their fish. These are great. They've put on loads of weight. I haven't really had them that long at all, and they were pretty small when they arrived. So I'll show you some of the ones that are selected out. Just a few, you can see the patterns starting to come through now. Hopefully they'll develop into something decent. Some of the skin quality is really, really good. Nice luster on them. Bags of energy, as you can see. And feeding really, really well. So I'm happy with the fry that I bought from the Beyer farm. Yes, definitely, 100%. Some of them boys in there would enjoy these fry. Feeding time. Fortunately, you find the ones with the better patterns are the smaller ones, the ones that don't grow. But anyway, that was a quick look at the fry. I'll get on with some other stuff. First of all, I'd like to say a massive thank you to James for the shout out on YouTube. I mean, the towel was a gift, mate. You didn't have to do that, but it's greatly appreciated. Had a few new subscribers because of it, so that's always greatly appreciated, mate. Thank you very much, and you're more than welcome. Back to the nitrates. Whilst doing the water changes last week before I went away, I managed to get them down to 49, and I know a lot of people are saying that That's not high at all. Theirs is a lot higher, but my fish just aren't used to that. I've never had them that high. They're back up now to 59 after we were away for the weekend. So back on with the heavy water changes. I mean, every pond's different, and you know your own fish. I've had some of these fish a long time, and they let me know when they're not happy. So after all the water tests, and yes, I test my water out the tap, the only thing that was showing anything high was the nitrate, so I'm pretty convinced that's what it is. People also asking what sort do I de-chlorinate the water when I put it back in. Well, I do. I've got 3-stage water. One of them sediment, carbon, and I replaced the filters when I built this pond. But the only thing I don't really have is a trickle in, trickle out system. I'm just too far from the garden tap here to set one up. I'll maybe plumb some pipe work in round the garden in the future and get that set up, because I do believe in that. I do believe that makes a world of difference. The whole de-chlorinator 3-stage filter, I'm a bit, I'm a bit skeptic about. I don't know whether they're everything that everyone cracks them up to be, or whether they're required as much as they are. But I have one anyway. They're not that expensive, so why not? But I just don't. I never used to have one, and always just sprayed the water into the pond in a fine mist, and I've never had an issue. But as I say, I've got one now, and that's not really the cause. The water not being chlorinated, it's definitely because the pond is new and there's no vegetation growing on the liner worth talking about to help handle with the nitrates, and I've got no plants in the pond at all. So the trickle tar filter seems a great idea, so that's what I'm going to do. It's just finding the time to throw one together and get the veg filter built down the bottom. So I'll just crack on with the water changes and keep that going. I'm happy enough at the minute, but they're getting fed very sparingly. So water temperatures dropped a bit too, down to 18.9 degrees. But since setting up the fry setup with a pump and a 500 watt heater over in the corner, they're wired into the same switch box as my 2 kilowatt heater, and when that kicked in the other day it blew a fuse, so I'm going to have to unwire the heater and put it on a standalone setup on its own, which it was before. There was just the heater on that switch box, but I've wired those other things in, and obviously it's just drawn too much juice and blowing the fuse, so I'll get the heater on another circuit of its own. And I might even switch it on to keep these at 20. Although given the weather, it could be 27 degrees next week for all we know. Bloody nightmare, it's up and down at the minute. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at.